Welcome to Star Watch Now, your front row seat to all the hottest gossip, drama, and breaking news from the world of entertainment. If it's trending, shocking, or star-studded, we're covering it. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss what's coming next.
There are moments in the entertainment industry when applause feels routine, predictable, almost ceremonial. And then there are moments when the applause carries weight, when it signals not just popularity, but transformation. On the night, Wang Yibo stepped onto the stage to receive the honor of Weibo Documentary of the Year. Something quietly shifted. This was not the roar reserved for a trending idol or a red carpet favorite. It was the kind of recognition that speaks of endurance, reflection, and growth. For years, he has lived under dazzling lights and relentless headlines. Yet in that instant, standing beneath the glow of Weibo Night, it was not glamour that defined him, it was substance. His speech, calm yet undeniably moving, revealed a side that audiences have sensed but rarely heard articulated so clearly. And perhaps that is why this moment resonated so deeply. Because what unfolded was not merely an acceptance speech, but a declaration of artistic intent. As the award was announced, the atmosphere inside the venue carried a different texture. Documentary of the Year is not a category fueled by commercial hype. It represents patience, observation, and a willingness to look beyond spectacle. Wang Yibo's involvement in exploring new frontiers too had already suggested a deliberate choice, a step towards realism and away from the comfort of familiar formulas. Yet the significance of the award became clearer as he began to speak. He did not begin with himself. Instead, he acknowledged the creative team, the researchers, the cinematographers, the individuals whose names do not trend on social media, yet whose dedication shapes every frame. And in doing so, he reframed the spotlight. Rather than centering on personal triumph, he emphasized collaboration. This gesture, subtle yet powerful, reflected a maturity that extends beyond performance. It demonstrated an understanding that documentary storytelling is a collective effort built on trust and shared conviction. His tone remained composed, but there was depth in his words. He spoke of authenticity, of respecting the process rather than chasing immediate results. In an industry often measured by speed and visibility, this perspective felt almost countercultural. By highlighting the importance of patience and sincerity, he aligned himself with a quieter but more enduring value system. It was not a rejection of popularity, rather it was an evolution of it. Observers who have followed his trajectory will recognize how significant this moment is. In previous years, he was celebrated for breakthrough performances and popular appeal. Those accolades acknowledged his visibility and talent within mainstream cinema. However, a documentary award operates within a different framework. It speaks to curiosity about the real world, to a desire to document rather than dramatize. By receiving this honor, Wang Yibo expanded the narrative surrounding his career. He demonstrated that artistic exploration need not be confined to one category. Another striking aspect of his speech was the way he addressed responsibility. He referred not only to the creative journey, but also to the social resonance of documentary storytelling. In choosing to participate in a project that examines reality, he effectively channels public attention towards subjects that might otherwise remain unseen. This approach reflects an awareness of influence, a recognition that visibility carries weight. Rather than treating fame as an end in itself, he appears to view it as a bridge. For many viewers, this is where the emotional impact truly settled. Over the years, the conversation surrounding public figures often revolves around labels: traffic star, commercial icon, trend leader. These descriptors can be flattering, yet they are also limiting. By standing on that stage as a documentary contributor, Wang Yibo gently loosened those labels. He did not confront them directly. He did not attempt to redefine himself through dramatic declarations. Instead, he allowed the work to speak, and then spoke about the work with humility. The progression of his accolades over the past few years forms a coherent arc. From being recognized as a breakthrough filmmaker, to receiving awards tied to popular cinema, and now to being honored within the documentary sphere, each step reveals a widening scope. It suggests intention rather than coincidence, growth rather than fluctuation. This continuity reassures audiences that his choices are not impulsive experiments, but carefully considered expansions of craft. The Weibo Night stage itself adds another layer of meaning. Often described as a barometer of creative direction, the ceremony reflects broader cultural currents. The inclusion and elevation of documentary within its major awards indicate a renewed appreciation for serious storytelling. In that context, Wang Yibo's win becomes symbolic. It signals that audiences and platforms alike are ready to celebrate substance alongside spectacle. What made his speech particularly moving was its restraint. There were no exaggerated gestures, no theatrical pauses designed for viral clips. Instead, there was sincerity. He thanked those who had stood behind the camera. He acknowledged the effort that unfolds away from public view. This emphasis on unseen contribution resonates in a digital era where visibility is often equated with value. By highlighting the invisible, he redirected attention to craft. For younger viewers, his words may carry additional inspiration. The entertainment industry can appear overwhelming, filled with competition and rapid cycles of attention. Hearing a figure of his stature speak about process and perseverance introduces a different rhythm. It suggests that longevity is built on steady dedication rather than fleeting trends. It invites emerging creators to consider depth as an asset. There is also a quieter, emotional layer to this moment. Transformation rarely happens overnight. It unfolds through incremental decisions, choosing one project over another, dedicating time to research, committing to a narrative that may not guarantee immediate applause. Standing on that stage, Wang Yibo embodied the result of those choices. The award became less about a single project and more about accumulated intention. For long-time supporters, the scene likely stirred pride. For neutral observers, perhaps curiosity. For industry insiders, possibly respect. The convergence of these reactions is what grants the moment its reach. It appeals not only to fandom but to broader conversations about artistic direction, and in that way, it transcends a typical awards recap. Looking ahead, the question remains open. Will he continue to delve deeper into documentary storytelling? Will this recognition inspire further explorations of reality-driven narratives? While the future cannot be predicted, the foundation has been laid. This milestone affirms that audiences are receptive to seeing him in spaces that challenge expectations. In the end, the power of his speech lay not in grand declarations, but in quiet conviction. It revealed a creator conscious of growth, aware of influence, and committed to sincerity. At Weibo Night, beneath the polished lights and orchestrated applause, a new chapter was not loudly announced. It was gently confirmed. If this moment moved you as much as it moved us, stay with Star Watch now for more stories that explore the deeper layers behind the headlines. We are here to look beyond the surface, to trace the journeys that shape today's most compelling public figures. Thank you for watching, for listening, and for reflecting with us. If you appreciate thoughtful storytelling and balanced perspectives, consider subscribing and turning on notifications so you never miss an update. Your support allows us to continue sharing narratives that inspire growth and creativity. Until next time, keep observing, keep questioning, and keep believing in the power of transformation.